Welcome to Limitless Trading. We wanted to make a video. This was actually a video that was requested by one of our members about Amazon. We know that Pelosi's holding calls into January 2026 that she picked up strikingly or posted right after the November elections were over. So obviously she has no fear in the market. Again, this is not financial advice. Trade the levels. But one of the things we noticed here is that she went long November, right? November 5th is when she posted the trade. It held the very level that it's holding right now, 195.29. It hit it again November 25th, turned that into support, turned 200 into support, which is another little level. And it blasted through to 216. It turned 232 into resistance. Then it turned 215 into support. Then it went to 242. Our information says that Nancy Pelosi has a target of about 260 or higher. Coincidentally, it's retesting very, very near her original entry, which was the breakout of 195. Now, frankly, their stock was 150 back July. Actually, in the summer drop, this was 152. Now remember, she's holding long. Our suspicion is, the rumors are that Amazon, Google, and Tesla are going to start producing automation in the humanoid side with AI to be able to combat the labor costs of repatriating all these supposed manufacturing jobs that are being forced back into the U.S. So companies are saying, "Hey, you want us to bring the businesses back. We got to save it on the labor because they're not going to pay people top dollar, which is what everybody's asking for in this new economy. So they're going to replace it with robots." And we had heard that Amazon was already using robots in many of their warehouses. So this could be her next or the next sort of push into the Q4 market. Remember that when she bought NVIDIA, actually it was almost 4 years ago, the market was rolling over, and it was AI that kind of gave the Magnificent Seven a little bit of a push. She's holding Google long, Amazon long, and she's underwater, and we're touching on these levels right here. Now, does it mean that we can't lose 190 and retest 167 and come back and get 152? No, the market could do whatever it wants, but she's one of the best traders in the markets and is pretty good at this. Even if, let's say, by the end of the year, we're still in this area, she could exercise her shares, her calls, and then just wait, and hold her millions, till 260. But the market defended that level. It's right on a trend line that previously was sort of resistance right here in December 6th. It held it, it moved up. Then it rejected the previous, it hit all-time high at 140, 242, came down, broke under, and it's now trying to recover this trend line. There is a trend line right here, like I said, 233. It was overbought January 31st. She's still holding. She hasn't reported that she sold, but our AI and our information says that Amazon, like I said, Amazon, Google, are going to do some sort of humanoid robot stuff with Tesla, which is the Optimus robot, and that believe that's going to take us back to the 250 marker and beyond into Q4 or right into January. During the holiday season, I actually suspect the intel is going to come out right after the October supposed low and save the market. But we trade trend lines. We don't trade, we don't trade all the intel, because what if they're wrong? What if this is the year that the Congresswoman is incorrect? She exercised some other calls that she basically broke even on. But if we get a breakout of 200, we're going 215, 216, right? Because we now know that this level has held. If 200 rejects, we can ping pong down to 190, possibly even retest some lows. But this trend line can become support. So let's say if we break out 200, we hit 215, and then we start turning this 200 into support, or 197 into support, into this trend line. Then obviously she knew something, and their trend is reversing. And again, we're coming off a similar drop. So we dropped here on the trend line from the summer, which was almost about the same correction, right? It tested and it turned into support down here. We can make, if you take this little trend line right here, for example, on your trading view account, and you take the August 5th low and put this into a trend line here, that's actually not a bad long or a bad retest of her trend line, of that trend line from August. Supposing that March 10th, Monday, was bullish, it defended, right, because CPI was bullish. And frankly, Amazon could get affected by the trade war, because Amazon, a lot of their partners are from China, right? That's what everybody is selling on, is China bootleg products. But let's just say we go with the trend line. This held. We have a little trend line here on Monday that held. We made a higher high on Tuesday. We made a higher high on Wednesday. And while the Thursday is a lower high from that, it's still a higher high from Monday, right? So we didn't make a lower low. We still are on a bullish uptrend. And then the Friday close was tiny, but again, another higher high. Not closing higher than its previous to Thursday, but still another higher high. So that's higher high, and then a higher high here from that. So keep an eye on it. If it breaks out 200, turns 200 into support, and if you make yourself a little trend line here, this should actually be long. We are very long. Actually, I'm long Amazon from the COVID lows, but we executed another long on that November trade, because again, the likelihood that she knows something is very, very high. And we see reversals again coming in. We could take another hit in April, but I suspect we're going to go up into the into FOMC, start turning some of this area into support. If not, if it breaks under 190, then she's going to be holding through some serious pain, because we can collapse this trend line. Let's just say it becomes resistance. I mean, there's nothing down here. There's 165, 152. There's absolutely nothing down here. This trend line holds and starts walking up, 195 holds, so on and so forth. If 200 becomes support by Memorial Weekend, we're off to the races. She knew something, and then we're going to start seeing again 215, 232, back to all-time highs, so on and so forth. But in terms of trading, trade the trend line, trade the plan. It's defending her entry. It's reclaimed it, actually. But we want to break out of 200 to confirm that the low for Amazon is in, and turn that. Again, we can revisit this if you guys, request it again. Subscribe, hit the like button, and then comment Amazon, and we'll see if we can revisit this, down the line. But she actually took leaps, right? Technically, she took a leap from November to January. And again, when I look at her historical average, she did the same thing with November. November's catalyst came in right at the end of that respective year when she took them. Excuse me. And we know that Palantir is going to be the meme of of the next 4 years. We'll do a Palantir video as well, because we're very long on that. We have very exciting high targets on that. But remember, it's going to be meme season and short squeezes. As Trump 0.0 was squeeze season, Trump 2.0, I promise you, it's just going to be different memes. And I have a feeling it's going to be Palantir. But we'll bookmark this video and see if Limitless was correct or if I was incorrect. Stay tuned. Good luck and happy trading.